Hello, Adam.
Hello, Nick.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You know, today I have a question for you.
Okay, what's that?
I would love to know how much I absolutely need to have in assets in order to retire comfortably.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Can you help me with that?
I sure can.
Okay,
so
good.
today we're going to be talking about something called the 4% rule.
Do tell.
So this is really examining how much money you'll need in retirement, right?
Yes.
So let's just say, for example, well, let me ask you this. How much would you say in retirement you would need on a monthly basis? Now, retirement may be, 20, 30 years away from now.
Okay.
So your lifestyle could would probably be significantly different. Kids out of the house, et cetera, right?
Right.
So how much would you say you would need on a monthly basis?
Let's see. And inflation, carry the $1 million.
Well, on a monthly basis. Okay. So is that the number you want to go with?
No, let's do, I think a good $10,000 a month would suffice.
$10,000 a month. Okay.
I think I could live a princely life at 10 grand a month in retirement.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So your question was, how much would you need in assets for you to be able to live comfortably in retirement?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if we take the monthly amount, which is $10,000,
Okay.
we multiply that by 12 for 12 months.
Okay.
Essentially, your retirement expenses and needs would be 120 grand a year.
Okay.
So if we multiply that by 25 years,
Yes.
then, and this is the rule of 25,
Okay.
then essentially you would need $3 million. $3 million
Okay.
to be able to live on $10,000 a month. Now the way that I do that is if I take 3 million and multiply that 0.04, which is the 4% rule,
Yep.
that gives me again $120,000. And if I divide that by 12, that gives me the $10,000 per month that you're looking for.
Now, that seems doable.
Okay.
That seems doable.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that right off the bat.
Good.
It's a little ways off yet, but we're getting close. I need a few more doublings and then we're in good shape. That means that money would never, would I deplete it at that level?
So what this means is that the 4% rule, the reason why the 4% is a comfortable and starting metric. So
Okay.
you might be able to actually withdraw 5%. Some months you might actually need to withdraw 3%, right?
Yes.
It really fluctuates and depends.
Yeah.
But this is assuming that your money is in a standard S&P earning 9 to 11%.
Right.
So over time, your money will last at least for a period of 30 years.
Okay.
At a 95% bell curve.
Yes. Yeah.
Standard
Some
deviations.
restrictions apply, right? Yeah. Okay, good. So we've talked about this a little bit on the show, but the FIRE movement really, really highlights the 4% rule.
Yes.
Because the FIRE movement, financially independent, retire early folks will say, hey, if I can get my expenses down to this amount per month, like let's do the math on this.
Yep.
If my expenses are $2,500 per month.
Yep. On a yearly basis, that's $30,000.
$30,000.
And then the amount that you would need to be able to live on the $2,500 a month is $690,000.
Do that math again one more time.
Yep. So $2,500 a month.
$2,500 times 12, 30,000 times 25, 750,000. Yeah. I think you had 23.
This is the human calculator.
That's how it works.
$750,000.
$750,000. So if I wanted to live on $2,500 a month, and I would have to have $750,000 in assets in order to draw $2,500 a month at
a 4%. Yeah.
Yep.
And so let's just say we're starting at zero and we need $750,000.
Okay.
And let's say there's 40 years to retirement, or actually, so this wouldn't necessarily be FIRE movement, but let's just say someone had 40 years of working, right? Then essentially they would need to save on a yearly basis $18,750.
Yeah.
On a yearly basis.
Okay.
So it kind of puts things into perspective. If you are making 50 grand a year versus 75 grand a year versus 120 grand a year.
Yep.
Also looking at how much your expenses are going to be in retirement.
Right.
That's a critical part, because when you're using the 4% rule, you want the 4% to equal your retirement expenses.
Right.
So obviously the lower expenses you can get, the lower percentage you would need, but also a lower portfolio balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is good because I think there are people out there who retirement is so far away that it's this nebulous thing. There's no numbers put to it whatsoever.
Yep.
And what this does is it actually gives you a very concrete number to get to.
And at least a starting place. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, so many things are going to change, like, the rising cost of healthcare.
Right.
Who knows what transportation is going to be like. Like, there's going to be a lot of things, automation with things. There's going to be a
Right.
lot of things that are going to be relevant and then things that are going to be irrelevant.
Yes.
But at least having a number, starting place, plus or minus 10, 50 grand,
Yeah.
it would at least zero in on what we need to do or stop doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I just got to tell my wife we got to get to the 3 mil mark as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, this is good to know.
$3 million.
$3 million.
Yeah.
One of the keys, I found this out on an interview that I did on the Build a Bigger Life podcast. A gentleman was talking about the happiest retirees. And while I think probably some of the happiest retirees have $3 million plus in assets, he said actually the happiest retirees have 3.7 additional pursuits outside of retirement. So, or in retirement, I should say. So hobbies, pastimes, projects, things, volunteerism, whatever it may be, they have 3.7 things that they do once they retire from their job.
Gotcha.
So just know that it's not just the money. To be truly happy, you got to have some other stuff out there too.
Yes, 100%.
But the money helps.
The money definitely helps.
Yes. Indeed. What else do we talk about here?
Cool. Last thing that I want to share is, this 4% rule is a really powerful conversation because if we look at, Social Security, or as Adam and I like to call it, Social Security, the amount available, especially for some, my generation or even Adam's generation, is going to be significantly less than what it was, in the 1960s,
Yes.
for example.
Yes.
I think before, I think there were like somewhere around even like at the beginning 60 workers for each retiree,
Right.
And then now it's like 12 or 6 workers
It's
for
even
each
less. I
retiree.
think it's like 4 or 5 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
So really looking at, okay, if Social Security is not going to be a reliable source, how much money do I actually need to be able to cover my expenses?
Yeah.
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 So that's the other thing that I want to say.
I don't want to live so-so.
Me neither.
Yeah. I want to live she.
You want to live
She. So. I choose she every time.
You are so funny.
Thank you. All right, 4% rule. Check it out. If you want more info about the FIRE movement, Google FIRE movement. There's a new movie coming out called Playing with Fire. It's an awesome documentary on the FIRE movement done by a friend of mine. And or check out some of the posts on either the YouTube channel or on masteryofmoney.com because I'm going to write about how we are pursuing FIRE as well. I'm on fire! She. We'll see you next time. Peace.